This is the first 3D printed rocket to be sent into space. Even though it didn't quite make it into orbit, it was an important step in the future of spaceflight, where 3D printing will play a vital role. What's better about a 3D printed rocket? And what else is there on the horizon for 3D printing? 3D printed rocket parts are already fairly common, but the Terran 1 from US company Relativity has now staked its claim as the first 3D printed rocket. And it's close enough. Almost 85% is printed, including its 9 engines. Last week, the Terran 1 made its first successful launch, soaring into the upper atmosphere. A problem with the engine stopped it from going into orbit, but still, the launch showed the potential of 3D printing in astronautics. 3D printing, also called additive manufacturing, has several advantages when it comes to space travel. The parts are lighter, cheaper, and more efficient to produce because of the unique shapes that are possible with additive manufacturing. It's also easier to mass produce and works with a wide variety of materials, even rocks and sand found on other planets. You could print something right there on Mars without having to transport all the materials. That's something researchers are already using to their advantage. The Dutch University of Delft is working on 3D printing robots that will be able to build underground habitats for a potential colonization of the Red Planet. The project has received funding from the European Space Agency. In 2021, NASA sent a 3D printer to the International Space Station to print from moon dust. The astronauts have been experimenting with the technology. In future, it could be used to print tools or any spare parts they need. The biggest potential may lie in bioprinting. ESA is investigating the use of 3D bioprinting to support medical treatment of long-duration space expeditions and planetary settlements. Future space travelers may be isolated for months or years and will need a range of medical support. And it could also be used for food. Several projects are working on 3D printed meals that are nutritious but also enjoyable and durable enough for such long missions. What do you think? Will 3D printing help us to break the final frontier? And what other uses do you see for 3D printers in space? Let us know.